This video was uploaded for archival and anti-censorship purposes, and includes commentary following the archived footage. With that said, here's the footage in question.
When you're a kid, there's only one day a year more special than any other day, and that day is Christmas. And we are the magic behind that day. So let's get these fucking kids some fucking presents!
Bravo! May I present the hardest working man in snowbiz? Good golly, he's jolly, our own Santa Claus!
Hey, Merry Christmas. Whoa, you're on my naughty list.
Good news, sir. More American kids believe in you than they do in vaccines or the Holocaust.
That's great. I mean, disheartening for America, but great for us.
I'm here from the North Pole Times. Have you decided who will succeed you as Santa Claus?
Subtext, Santa's old and knocking on death's door. Fuck you. Good question. I'll give it some serious thought. Ha ha ho ho ho. Bye.
There have been many Santa Clauses throughout history. Some were loved, others loathed. But the position of Santa has mostly been a white man's game.
Exactly, it's fucking crazy. Things have gotta change.
My advice to you is, oh, if I die, get rid of my porn!
I wanna be the next Santa.
If this is your dream, you have to at least make your case, bitch.
You gotta get intimate with that jolly bitch.
I know you're right, but do you really have to call me bitch every time you say something?
Yes, bitch, because it's empowering to call you bitch.
Let's go over what we know. Santa and the board are all male and all white. They play golf, drink, smoke cigars, say things like, "Don't ever marry your mistress."
Just so you know, the women of the North Pole make fun of one of your dicks. Have fun wondering whose it is. What I need to learn is how to bro out with these guys. You know, shoot the shit, do shots, shoot shots of shit.
She has ideas, but can she really be the face of Christmas?
I'll be named successor, die trying.
Merry Christmas, and to all a kick-ass night!
Now that you've had the opportunity to have a look at the Santa Inc. trailer, allow me to provide my thoughts on this matter. First of all, to say that this trailer has been ratioed is quite the understatement indeed. Currently, the video sits at just 4.4 thousand likes and 192,000 dislikes, with the comments turned off. And having had a look at the trailer, it's not exactly difficult to see why. But before we get to that, let's talk about the one good thing that is in the trailer. The stop-motion animation, which itself is legitimately decently well done. So the animators do definitely deserve credit in this matter, even though the qualities of the rest of the project ultimately make those efforts futile. But let's now take the time to discuss the biggest issue with both the trailer and the show itself. And that being the fact that the show is simply blatant propaganda whose primary priority is not comedy but to push a political message that believes that all of the problems in the world are caused by a single group of people who all share the same skin color and genitalia. And also that we should view people with that same skin color and genitalia as fundamentally evil. The particular group in question, of course, being straight white men. And even the trailer, with its very short running time, references straight white men as evil multiple times to drive the point home. And the vast majority of people do not agree with the far left message that white DNA is an abomination. Instead, most people will simply look at this far leftist rhetoric as the crazy conspiracy theory that it is. But let's now move on to the second issue with this particular show, and that being how Santa Inc. tries to handle its comedy, which is very clearly an attempt at blue comedy. But for those who are not aware, blue comedy is effectively a type of shock comedy that tends to use profanity, dirty jokes, or controversial topics for shock value. One thing to note about blue humor, however, is that the punchline to the jokes is not typically within the jokes themselves, but instead the punchline comes in the form of the reactions, or expected reactions from the pro-censorship crowd whenever they hear these jokes. So if anything, it's important to keep in mind that blue humor is by its very nature fundamentally anti-establishment, which is a critical problem for the creators behind Santa Inc., because the show itself is pushing a far leftist message that is openly supported by the academia, the mainstream media, the entertainment industry, and even major political parties, making the message very much pro-establishment. And so the attempt to make blue humor that is at the exact same time being openly supported by the establishment is a surefire way to guarantee that your comedy will not be funny. In fact, as a great irony, the comments that were deleted from the trailer itself were in fact a much better example of what blue humor looks like than the actual show written by professionals. Now, for the record, I do not actually agree with the message within these jokes, though I do have to point out that I don't really buy that most of the people uploading these jokes actually support that message either. But it is once again important to know that the actual punchline is not within the joke itself in blue humor, so much as it is the reaction or overreaction from the pro-censorship crowd. And so the fact that these comments have resulted in Seth Rogen completely losing his mind and exposing himself as being a nutcase who believes that the vast majority of the world are secretly plotting against him is itself legitimately amusing. So while I don't agree with the message of the jokes, I will give credit where credit is due and say that they did at least in the end deliver a punchline. So I think now's a good time to wrap this video up, but I do need to mention that I will of course be leaving a pinned comment as a way to get around YouTube's censorship of the dislike numbers. If you dislike the archived footage in this video, then please like that pinned comment. And please only like the video itself if you actually like the archived content. That said, if you wish to support this channel's efforts to counter censorship, then please consider subscribing. But in any case, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.